Thank you.
How are you?
All good, all good. Well, tired of this situation as everybody, but all good.
That's lovely to hear. We have some people in the waiting room. Some will still come.
Yeah.
This webinar is recorded because we want to send it to other people who cannot make it to this hour due to courses or other situations.
Of course.
Some internet situation, as we all know. Okay.
Okay.
So, how do you want to do this, Matteo? Do you have a presentation?
Yes, I do. Since I see that a lot of students who are already connected, probably it's best to make a very general introduction of the university programs, and then I would be happy to answer as many questions as possible to make this meeting as interactive as possible. So while we start with the presentation, if you have any question, you can please send us with the chat, so that we, as soon as we are done with the general presentation, we can start with the Q&A.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen so we can show the presentation.
We see it now.
All right. Okay, can you see it properly?
Yes, and
okay,
we can also hear you.
Perfect. Okay, so as I said, this is meant to be just a general introduction to give you the most relevant information about the university, about who we are and what we do. And Cattolica is a private institution, it's a private university located in Italy. As you can see from this slide, we have several campuses across the country, but we can certainly say that campus indicated as number one, the campus in Milano, is certainly our home. It's our oldest campus, 100 years of history these days. It's where we host the majority of our program, of our student community, the majority of the English taught program, and consequently the majority of our international students. The second largest campus, it's here indicated as number 4. It's the campus in Rome, that dedicates specifically the majority of its capacity, I would say almost 100% of its capacity, to programs who are related to medicine and surgery. We do that in Rome because in Rome the university owns one of the largest hospitals of the country, that is called Ospedale Gemelli. And of course there we have the unique opportunity to involve our students into practical activities in the hospital. Naturally, there is a unique connection between the hospital and the campus because it's really the same buildings, the same structure. So it's possible for our students to simply walk from the classroom to the hospital through a corridor. All our professors are specialists in the hospital, so there is really a unique connection and a great combination of theoretical activities and practical activities. That is something that you can find everywhere in Cattolica. Another example is our campus is marked as number 2, which is the campus that includes the 2 cities of Piacenza and Cremona. Here we are 60 kilometers south from Milano. We are in the middle of the Italian food valley. So this is where we produce the most important and most famous products that are famous worldwide. These are a very important part of the Italian economy, food exports. And here the university, in fact, teaches all subjects that are related to this area: agriculture, food, and of course, all the economics that is around this field. Last but not least is the campus here, marked as number 3. We are in Brescia. This is where we offer a couple of technical master programs. So I will add just a couple of words about Milano, because as I said, most of the programs are delivered in Milano. Probably you have already visited the city, you know Milano, because it's a very attractive destination. If you have been to Milano, you can certainly recognize the cathedral in this slide. This is the Duomo di Milano. it doesn't get more central in the city than the Duomo. So here we are really in the main square and the most central square. And Cattolica is located 5 minutes walking away from the cathedral. So we are located in the historical city center of Milan, a fantastic and beautiful area, plenty of cafes, restaurants, plenty of international tourists, international students. So it's a very, very nice area to live. You probably know Milano, you have heard about Milano is by far the most important city when it comes to the Italian economy. Just to give you a couple of numbers, 24% of the Italian GDP, meaning the richness that is generated in the country, is generated in Milano and in the areas immediately surrounding Milano, so the Lombardy region. Only in Milano, we host 50,000 international companies, from large corporations to small-sized enterprises. And more also the national companies are looking for international students graduated in Italy, but able to represent a bridge with their own country. Milano is not, of course, just a business center, as I'm sure you know, is a fashion capital, is a design capital. It's really an happening place. It's a very nice city to live in, very easy to adapt to the lifestyle. It's not a huge city such as London or Paris, but still is one of the most attractive capitals in Europe. So it's possible to find everything and anything. So it's a very nice city to live in. As I said before, very international under the student community point of view, but also under the professional point of view. Keep in mind that just in Cattolica, in all our campuses, we enrolled last year students coming from 130 different nationalities. So this is really a plus we can offer to our international community, a true international experience. So at the university, you will find really students coming from all over the world. And we strongly believe this is really a plus that we can offer. Another few reasons why Cattolica should be considered as a study destination. We said about the locations, certainly very attractive and perfect for young students. Of course, it's not enough. Sure, you're looking for quality universities able to improve you under the academic point of view, and also able to help you in finding a job in the shortest possible time after graduation. So let's go to the academic part. Cattolica is a multi-comprehensive university. We have 12 different schools or departments or faculties, as you want to call them, meaning that we teach plenty of different things, going from viticulture to medicine and surgery, going through economics, management, physics, banking and finance, communication, political science, psychology, and so forth. 12 different faculties, all of them last year ranked among the top 250 worldwide or top 300 worldwide, some of them with better rankings. Psychology, top 150, medicine and surgery, top 150, economics, top 200. So this is to tell you that no matter what you choose to study at the university, you can expect very high international standards. Same applies to ranking related to employabilities, where Cattolica is even better ranking. Last year, 2019, 77 for partnership with employers all over the world, and among the top 130 universities worldwide for general employability. First in Italy for students and employers connection, which means that we truly help our students to find a job after graduation in two different ways: by preparing them at the best possible way under the academic point of view, but also by putting them in touch with companies throughout the period of studies. This means companies coming to our programs. Of course, this happens more at the master level, but also at a bachelor level. Plenty of internships available. We have a very active internship office offering every year more than 6,000 opportunities to our students. And of course, the fact that employers, national employers and international employers see in our graduates prepare students really able to immediately start to work with them. This is the system of education, and during this presentation, we are going to talk mainly about 3 groups of programs. So let's say, generally speaking, 12 years of education is the minimum required to enter a bachelor in Italy. Our bachelors, they last for 3 years, after which students can choose between 1 year specializing master, more practical and more specializing toward the profession kind of master, and the 2 years Master of Science, which is stronger under the academic point of view, giving students a more solid academic preparation and offering only in the last 6 months some more practical kind of activities. So let's say that these are masters that give you all in all a better academic preparation, so they are perfect for students who are fresh graduates and still want to invest a few years in their education. The specializing master can be an option for students who have maybe 1 year of work experience and wishing to re-enter the education system to specialize in something more precise. So this is the scheme you can expect for pretty much all programs available at the university, with only 2 exceptions. The first one is law. For law, we have a 1-cycle program for 5 years, so there is no bachelor and master, simply 1 program for 5 years, but in this very moment is only offered in Italian, and it's very specific on Italian law, so prepare students to become lawyers in the Italian legislation system. Second exception is medicine, for which we have a 6 years general bachelor degree, following which students who want to get a specialization can take another 4 years of specialization. So now I'm going to show you very quickly what are the programs available in English for the following intake. So we are talking about September 2021. Just very quickly, the title of the programs, then we are going to check the costs, the entry requirements, and the application timeline. As you can see, 4 of them out of 6 are offered in Milano: communication, economics and management, international relation, and psychology. 1 program, food related, it's offered in Piacenza, food production management, and the degree in medicine and surgery in Rome. We are waiting for a final confirmation that should come these days about a new program starting up next September in banking and finance at a bachelor level, again entirely taught in English. So more than likely we are I didn't put in the presentation because we are still looking for the official confirmation, but it should be all the information should be available on our website within the end of the year, hopefully. So this is the offer for at the bachelor level in English. Just a few words about medicine, because it's the only one following a different application process. Application for the program in medicine are already open, and for all students who wish to enter, there is going to be a test that for all European candidates is going to be at the end of February. Honestly speaking, the program in medicine for European students is particularly tough to enter because you have to compete also with Italian applicants. And honestly, the program is very popular in the country. So we have a lot of applications from Italian students. So what is very important to do is to submit a full application, because after completing the application, you can access our simulator online that is available on our website, where you can start to properly exercise and prepare for the test. So this is the only program with this admission program process. For all other programs, we are going to see very quickly what's the process to apply. At master level, we have approximately 30 different programs. So I'm not going to present them all. I'm going to just show you the slides very quickly so you can check them. Of course, everything is available on the website. You can refer to our partner agency anytime you wish after this presentation, so they can guide you through the programs and also suggest the programs where you have higher chances to be admitted. Just for you to know, once again, 2 different kind of programs, 2 years Master of Science, more solid under the academic point of view. I will start to show you the list of the program while we describe as they work generally. So I was saying stronger under the academic point of view, and this is the reason why for this kind of programs we are looking for students coming from the same academic background or a very similar one. So you need to be already prepared on the subjects that you are going to study more in depth at a master level. Normally the structure of the program involves 2 years, with the first one with mainly mandatory exams. So all students will have to pass the exams for the first year, and especially during the second, plenty of subjects you can choose from. So in the second year, you can really design your curriculum according to the subjects that you think are more relevant to the job you have in mind or simply more interesting for you. Some programs offer up to 15 to choose from, so there is really a big choice for our students. And then in the last 6 months there are also some more practical activities, can be internship or projects related to companies, real cases of companies, or field projects or research projects guided by the university and an external partner. And then the final thesis for all 2 years Master of Science. Here is the list of the programs that are not taught in the Milan campus, some related to food in the Piacenza campus, and 2 very technical programs in the campus in Brescia, Physics and Technology for Innovation and Applied Data Science for Banking and Finance. So also this kind of new programs that the university is activating shows how the university pays attention on the academic offer that is rethought every year, because we receive inputs from the company looking for students, for graduates with certain kind of preparation. And of course, the business world is becoming more and more technical. And so this is why the university is adapting and trying to prepare students in the best way for new challenges that the companies are going to face. This is the list of the specializing masters. Here we have 2 different intakes. So all programs that we have seen so far will start next September. Also the ones available in this page. Then for the 1 year specializing master, we have just a few starting every year in January. Here the structure of the program, it's a lot more practical. The teaching approach is very, very practical. So we are normally talking about smaller classes, 20 to 40 maximum students in class at the very maximum, but with an average of 25 students in class. Plenty of practical activities in the program, plenty of companies coming to teach part of the program. Internship for, I would say, 99% of the students attending this kind of practical program. So a strong involvement of the outside business world, of partner companies of the university, of course, related to the field studies. So here you can expect the first 6 months that are in class with this practical approach, and then another 6 months following even more practical activities, group works, internship, final project to develop. So this is the kind of structure you can expect for these programs. And here is the list of programs available for the January intake. A couple of programs in the field of political science, one in the field of art, and another technical in data science. So naturally, we are an Italian university, guys. So if you speak a good Italian, if you want to study in Italian, we have hundreds of programs available. Do not worry, I'm not going to present them all tonight. But once again, they are available on the website. It's plenty of choices for students who can speak a good Italian. So for all European students, including Italian students, the fees are calculated according to the family income. This means that the fees are going to be calculated in September when you start to study. Of course, we have already shared, and our agency partner, they have this kind of information, and they can also help you to figure out where you can place yourself in the ranking fees that is offered by the, that is asked by the university according to your family income. We go for bachelors, we go from a minimum of 3,500 euros up to 8,700 as maximum. Pretty much the same for the 2 years master programs. Medicine from 7,000 up to 16. And the specializing master do not consider the family income. So there is a flat fee for all students. And in this case, we are talking about a cost that goes from 7 up to 12,000 according to the different programs. So we have plenty of different brackets. So from 3,500 up to 8,007, there are 5 different groups. And within these 5 groups, every group has another 2. So there is plenty of division. So to help as much as we can students to pay the right amount according to the family income. So we can certainly give you a quite precise indication then at enrollment by checking precisely all documents that you have to present. You might find out precisely what is your fee, but we can certainly let you know if you can expect to pay the minimum, the maximum, around 4, around 5, around 6, and so forth. So this is another advantage that you have by getting in touch with an agency that represents the university, because you can also have this kind of information. Scholarships available. This scholarship that is called Educat Scholarship, that is an income-based scholarship. So again, based on the family income of the students. This is a great opportunity because students who get this scholarship, they can have total exemption from the fees, a money contribution up to 5,000 euros, according to where they place themselves on the ranking. And for really a few of them, honestly speaking, accommodation in the university dorms. This is a very nice opportunity, but also it's important to understand how it works. So applications are already open for our program. So let's say that you are an early applicant, you apply now, you get your feedback by February. You are going to be asked to submit a first payment in order to confirm your participation to the program. So in this moment, you cannot have any feedback on the scholarship application, because you must officially enroll at the university in September. And after enrollment, all students enrolled can apply for this additional opportunity. So try to consider it as it is, an additional opportunity after enrollment, but we cannot offer any guarantee before you enroll at the university. Just to give you an idea, last year, the maximum income we could consider students for this kind of scholarship was 20,000 euros per year. Of course, it might change from year to year according to the funding that is available, and also according to the application that we receive. So once again, excellent opportunities. Keep in mind that you have this opportunity once you are there, but also keep in mind that results are not available immediately, and you might not have this opportunity. So entry requirements. Of course, as you could see, we offer programs in very different areas of studies, and therefore the requirements are very different from one program to another. Let's say that we are looking for students, generally speaking, who are in the last year of high school or have already finished high school for our bachelor programs. If you want to study in English, you must have a certificate for our bachelors at the moment of the application. Normally, we require a minimum of 6 for IELTS and 84 for TOEFL. And given the current crisis, we know that in some area of the world might not be easy to access to sit for an IELTS or TOEFL test. So we also accept the Duolingo test, which is another option that is entirely online, can be done from anywhere, anytime, and results are available very, very quickly. So this is an additional opportunity that we offer. So English certificate. And then, of course, according to the program that you choose, we are going to check some subjects more than other. Of course, if you want to apply for economics and management, you must have top grades in maths. If you don't, it's necessary to present also an SAT. But this is, of course, only for economics and management, and is not for psychology and communication. So this is to tell you, it's important to double check precisely the web page, to get in touch with us, to get in touch with our colleagues, to double check precisely for each program what are the specific requirements. At the master level, pretty much it's the same idea. Students who are in the last year of the bachelor or students who have already completed the bachelor. For master program, there is a little more flexibility for the English certificate. So if you do not hold that at the moment the certificate, master applicants can still submit the application and have the chance to submit the certificate later on. This is some kind of flexibility that is not allowed to bachelor applicants who must have the certificate at the moment of the application. As I said before, for the 2 years Master of Science is key to come from the same academic background. For 1 year specializing master, there is also more flexibility. Don't get me wrong, not under the point of view of the quality of the students we are looking for, but under the point of view of the academic background. Just to give you an example, students who with a degree in engineering or political science wishing to switch to business, they cannot enter one of our 2 years Master of Science, but they are welcome in our 1 year specializing master that are more practical. About deadlines, so all programs starting next September, for all programs starting next September, we have opened the application some 5 days ago. So last Friday, if I'm not mistaken. So we really recently opened the application. For our bachelor's and master's application are going to be open until April 15 approximately. But this is really my main suggestion, especially for bachelor programs, English taught bachelor programs, is absolutely key to send an early application. Our bachelor are very popular. We do receive plenty of applications. We are very happy about it. So in order to increase the chances of admission, it's very, very important to send an early application. Last year, we had to close some of the programs before the final deadline because the program had already reached full capacity. So this is something that we are going to do anytime it happens. This is why we cannot guarantee that application will be open until the very last deadline. So the sooner, really, the sooner the better. We do not require a too complicated list of programs. Students who are maybe considered borderline by the university will be given the chance to send additional documents. So just to give you an example, if you're applying for the Bachelor in Economics and Management, you don't have an SAT at the moment of the application, but you want to be an early applicant, I suggest you to submit your application because, as I said before, top students can be directly admitted without any further certificate. And some others who are, as I said, considered borderline by the university will be offered the chance to send some additional documents throughout the admission process. But if you apply too late, there is going to be no time also to improve your application if it's needed. So absolutely, it's a key factor to send an early application. This applies also to master, even though there is more flexibility under this point of view for master program, but of course, the sooner the better. One very last piece of information is about the possibilities that Cattolica offer to the whole student community, national and international, to travel around the world through our projects. We cooperate with over 600 international universities, top-notch universities such as Stanford, UCLA, Boston. So we really do send our students to top quality university. Of course, according to the program that you are going to attend, there will be different opportunities of exchange for 3 months, 6 months, 1 year Erasmus, internships abroad, language program, summer program. So really do take advantage of the opportunities offered, because this will give you the chance to explore a new university, a new country, and will give you the chance to make your study abroad experience even richer. And honestly speaking, employers do like to see this kind of things on the CV. So it's also something that you can consider as an investment for your future job search. So that was it. I hope it was useful to start to have an idea of the university. These are our contacts, website, email address, and all the social media pages. And now, of course, I'm available for any question you might have about the programs or the university, generally speaking.
Just to start this trend, I would like to ask some questions regarding the internships, because we do have this request regarding partner companies, internships during the bachelor or the masters. You said that you offer a lot of them. How precisely do you help them?
Okay, so let's say that at the bachelor level, normally internships are one of the elective courses that students can choose during the last year, meaning that internships are worth some university credits, so ACTS, and students can simply decide either to take some additional subjects, academic subjects, or go for an internship. So in this case, they will refer to the general office of the university. As I mentioned before, we publish over 6,000 offers per year. And there is a platform updated by the day where all our students have access. So they can see all the list of the internships available and simply submit their CV for the ones they think they are a good fit, actually. So especially at the bachelor level, there is not personal support for each student to find one. Of course, you can refer to professors, you can talk with the offices in order to help you out, maybe in writing down the best possible CVs, and so how to present yourself at the best at an interview, and so forth. Then at a master level, especially for the 1 year specializing master, which are the more related to the profession, so where the internship is more relevant, every program has a dedicated tutor, helping each student individually, assisting each student individually. Consider that our specializing master, some of them are in place since several years, some more than 10. So, of course, throughout the years, every program has developed an important network of companies that they are already cooperating with. So there is already an established network our students can refer. And then, as I said before, there is a tutor helping each one to find the right solution. So it's not a must for all students, also at a master level. Because we had some cases of students who were not able to find an internship, or other students who were looking for other kind of practical experience, more related to research, more related to study of real cases of companies. So we have also other kind of practical projects that are in place at the uni that always involve a coordination from a university representative and from an external company.
That's good to know. And another question that we do get quite frequently is regarding part-time jobs.
Yeah.
Considering that Milano is quite an international city, for us Romanians, it's quite easy to learn Italian, but not all of them know it to a higher level. So would it be okay for them to find a part-time job?
Okay, so let's say that generally speaking, let's go for level of studies. For bachelor students, my suggestion is do not consider a part-time job, at least for the first 6 months, because really you have to understand the workload of the university. The university, it's tough, so it requires some dedication. So for me, it's important to understand how many hours you can dedicate to a job. We do have students who are able to work and study at the same time, absolutely. So it is possible, but it requires some dedication, let's say. So it is absolutely doable, but I would wait a little bit for something that is, at least for something that is stable. I mean, a part-time job, it means something that you have every day from Monday to Friday. Of course, if you're looking for more casual kind of jobs, weekends or some evenings, well, of course, this is something that pretty much all the student community does. At a master level, same thing for the master of 2 years, especially for the first year and a half. Absolutely the same thing. Probably here students have already a more clear idea in mind of the time they need to dedicate to their study. So probably under this point of view, master students are able to immediately start to work without further verification of the workload. For the 1 year master students, since everything is compressed in 1 year, the first 6-7 months in class are quite tough. So you have to be in class for maybe 6 hours per day plus some home study. So during the first period, it's really impossible to count on a stable part-time job. And after finishing the in-class period, as I said before, 90% of our students are involved into an internship that is 8 hours Monday, Friday in a company. So of course, during that period, there is also no time for a personal part-time job. So all in all, it is absolutely possible, but first, it's important to understand the workload of the unit.
Thank you very much. We also have another question from Andrea, who wants to know that if I want to study a program taught in Italian, what language exam do I need to take?
So if you want to study in Italian, we know that to recognize officially the level of Italian, there are really a few certificates, CIS, CELIS, that are pretty hard to get in terms of number of exams available, timing in getting the results, and so on. So in order to avoid these complications, the university can test all students, international students wishing to study in Italian through an interview with a professor of Italian of the uni. So if you do have the certificate attesting a B2 level, that's absolutely fine. This is the best way to go. If you don't have the certificate, don't worry, send your application if you are confident with your level of Italian. There will be an interview with a professor of Italian. We have sometimes students who speak perfect Italian, and of course the interview is a formality. And then of course we have some students who are considered more borderline. In this case, they might be given some additional months to improve the language, and then we might have a retake of the interview.
That was a question that I wanted to ask. So if they don't have a B2 level, according to your standards, they can retake the test after how many weeks or months?
Well, it depends case by case. So there are students whose level is considered not a fit for the uni, and so those students unfortunately can be rejected right away. Some students who speak perfect Italian and they are admitted after 2 minutes of conversation because we realize that they are almost mother tongue, so they are immediately admitted. And some other students who maybe who have a B1 or they have what we think it's equivalent to a B1. So maybe those students who take the interview maybe in March, they are given the opportunity to study for an additional 2-3 months and retake the exam in June. But once again, this is on a case-by-case level. So also according to the program students are applying to, if there is a rush for the admission to close up the class. So it depends on many different factors, but this is just to give you a general idea.
Okay, thank you very much. And regarding the accommodation, how precisely can they apply for it? Do they have to have an offer from the university?
Yeah, so accommodation might change a lot from campus to campus. Now I'm gonna send you a link so you can find some information about the Milan campus, for example. So as I said before, in Milano we are located in the city center, so do not picture a campus, an American campus with everything inside. We have a service in the university offering dorms or apartments to share with other international students, but honestly speaking, do not cover all the requests we have from the international community. So on our website, we also posted plenty of websites, portals that you can check on your own, where you can find plenty of offers. Other campuses, such as the campus in Rome, we have dorms in campus. In Piacenza, we have a dorm in campus. So it really depends on the location of the program that you choose. Since most of them are in Milano, let me just give you a couple of suggestions. Sending an early application, it's a big help also for this kind of issues. Once you know you are admitted in March at the latest, or April at the latest, you have a few months to prepare properly your arrival in Milano. We have plenty of students who are international students who live, let's say, nearby, who come to the university. Let's hope that it's going to be possible this year, but let's say normally, in normal times, we have plenty of students coming from also your area in May, June, just to visit the university, start to get acquaintance with the city, and they also take advantage of a long weekend in Milano to start to look for the areas where they would like to live, and so on. Couple of suggestions. Do not go crazy to find something next door with the uni, because it's one of the most expensive area of the city, and it's mainly a business area. So after 6 p.m. is not truly the best area for a young student to live in. There are plenty of other areas of the city that are cheaper, and I believe more fun for young students, because there are more cafes, restaurants, places that are open in the evening, at night. So as I said before, Milano is not a huge city. So as long as you are close to a metro station or even a bus connecting to the city center, you can reach the university in 20-25 minutes. So don't worry too much about that. And the second suggestion is, do not go crazy to find something for the full year. It's important to have something booked so you can start the university without having the problem in mind of finding accommodation. But once you have something for the first 3-4 months, it would be absolutely enough. Once you get to know the city, once you get to know your new classmates, it's going to be absolutely easy to find something to share with them, which is the solution that is most used by our international students, which is cheaper and more fun. Just for you to have an idea, at the university we have a board as big as the wall behind me, where our students on a daily basis leave notes, looking for a roommate, leaving the apartment. So really, Milano, it's also a university city, and we have plenty of students moving in and out.
Considering the fact that you have so many international students, do you also have student societies? For example, a Romanian society?
No, not specifically, no. Let's say that we don't have these kind of things by nation. So there is, for example, dedicated pages on all social media. We have one national page and one that is dedicated to our international students. And let's say that our international department it's also where our students come to meet and to get together, to also organize activities in the university as international student community, generally speaking, but not at a national level normally.
Okay, that I understand, because we do have this kind of thing that we do with our applicants before they leave for the university. We have annually a meeting with all of those who apply through us, so they can meet each other and for them to be more comfortable leaving the country, because we understand that
Absolutely.
it's quite difficult.
Absolutely.
To go to a country alone.
this is a great thing, and this is something we do normally more with our agents than on a university base. So of course we have this kind of get together that are organized by our agents, and of course for all international students at arrival there are some dedicated activities, so you will have the chance to meet the whole international community at the university and not only the ones attending your program. Of course, I understand it feels more comfortable, especially for bachelor students, to know there is also someone from its country or its city to share the experience with. But as I said before, we are proud to have so many nationalities represented. So also this is probably why we don't do these things by nation, but we gather all of them together for them to have the chance to meet the whole international community.
That's actually great, because honestly, if you want to meet more Romanians, you just stay here. If you want a more international life, you go meet other cultures. I also have an applicant, Sara. She's just arrived in Milano. She's sent me some pictures. She's really happy with her program.
Okay.
It's online right now, but she was really grateful for the opportunity. And her tuition fee was quite low, because for our Romanian society, the tuitions will be a little low because of our annual income. So that's not a thing to worry about. And it's a great thing that you have this kind of system that allows them to pay according to what their parents earn.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see we have another question. Is the grade from the baccalaureate important for admission, or only the grades from high school?
Well, it depends what you are applying to. So what we are looking at is the last cycle of education. So if you're applying for a bachelor, we are looking at your high school career. If you're applying for a master, we are looking at your university career. So if you're applying for a master, the grades that you have in high school are not truly relevant. They are not even under evaluation. We just want to know what you have done during your university studies, your GPA, and then according to the master, more specifically, there are some subjects that are more important than other, according, of course, to the program that you choose. So there are more programs that pay more attention in math-related subjects, so statistics, mathematics, economics, and so on, and some other that, of course, pay attention on other kind of subjects.
I know that you mentioned previously about the new program, the banking and finance. So if you would apply to that program, that we'll hopefully get to know soon, you will need high grades from high school, but I guess in mathematics and economics.
Correct.
Anything related.
Of course. So let's say that maths is the subject that is taught pretty much universally. Then we have some school system also teaching economics, which is certainly a plus. So for students who have also economics in the last year of high school, absolutely, it's well considered. So in this case, we are talking about, for the one in banking and the one in economics, really the GPA in this kind of subject has to be really high. We are talking about 80% or higher, better if it's higher. Otherwise, it would be convenient to add some other certificates, such the SAT. One thing I forgot to mention, so thank you for the question, is that for students whose grades are not considered high enough to be immediately admitted, together with the chance to submit an SAT, there is also the chance to sit for our own entry exam for the Faculty of Economics. So this is another option for students, and another reason why students should apply by time, because if it's necessary to add something to your application, if you are an early applicant, you will have also the time to sit for our own test, and if you do perform well in our own test, it's straight admission without any further question.
That's good to know.
Of course, all this information I understand it might be a bit complicated. Keep in mind that we are a 40,000 students university, so it's very hard to be very precise about all programs. This is why I recommend you to get in touch with my colleagues, because they can guide you through the application in the best possible way, and also to always double check the info on the web.
I know that for the bachelor, especially, you would require a motivation letter and a CV. Many of our applicants ask, do they need to add volunteering certificates, Olympiad diplomas?
Absolutely. So one thing about the motivation letter, for some program it's open, for some other there is a template to be followed. Once again, it's specified in the requirements of the program on the website. Absolutely everything that tells more about you, so about the student, it's absolutely welcome, especially if it's something that it's worth it to show. So everything that is related to your personal and not only academic background, but also your personal background is absolutely welcome. Let's say that the main criteria for selection are the grades at the high school, English level, and then everything, all other documents required follows right after. But of course, it can be a plus. Absolutely.
Okay. And another thing that we get from our applicants, generally speaking, besides internships, you said that you collaborate with a lot of companies. Yep. So after graduation, how do you help them after graduation? Do you put them in touch with other companies?
Yeah. So let's say that the university has a very high employability rate. We are talking about 93% of the students finding a job within 6 months from graduation. Of course, never consider the university as a placement agency. So it cannot be a one-to-one service. So what we recommend is for students to take advantage of the connection that the university gives them throughout the study. As I said, we have a very active internship office. We have a platform online that students can visit while they study with us, and for 1 year after graduation, they can also access to the job offers that are available in our platform. We organize 2 times per year a career day at the university. Means that plenty of our partner companies will come to campus for a fair, a commercial fair. So every company is stable, and our students, they simply walk around campus and they have the chance to, if they are at the beginning, have the study experience, to understand what are the skills, the requirements, the positions that are available in the job market, and for the ones who are at the end of the study experience, to actually submit CVs to start looking for a job. So my suggestion is to keep your ears open, keep your eyes open, try to get advantage of the services of the uni, and do not wait until the end of the program to start your job search. It's something that has to be done throughout the studies, because once you are still at the university, by talking with professors, talking with classmates, honestly, you will have the chance to take advantage of the connections that is possible to make at the university. Then, of course, you have an advantage, because we are talking about students with a EU passport. So there is no work limitation after the study. There is no stay limitation. So of course, this is an advantage also for employers, because to hire a non-European, it's always a bit more complicated in terms of contracts than for a European.
That's great to know, especially that we do tell them that the university will not grant them a job, because that's kind of obvious for them to take into consideration that they have to be there for the interview, and it depends on them whether they are okay for the job or not.
Absolutely, 100%.
What I will put in the chat is our email. So if anybody has more questions regarding the university or its programs, both in English or Italian, just send us an email and we'll help you apply to Cattolica as soon as possible, so that you'll have an answer as soon as possible so you can find accommodation. Do you guys have any more questions, since we have only 3 minutes left? Okay, so if we won't have any questions, we will send this presentation to everybody, and it will be posted on our site and YouTube channel. So if we have anyone interested, besides advertising and stuff, we will send them this presentation and we'll help them with information, so their application is quite adequate for the program.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for organizing this. Hopefully soon enough we'll be able to travel again to meet in person our potential students, because this is something we really want to do. And once again, thank you for attending this presentation, and we are always here if you need anything. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a lovely week. Bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you, everybody.
Ciao. Bye bye.